It's your boy Jose from Big Meat Sports. How are you guys doing? Now, on this episode, we're going to talk about the Dallas Cowboys. Before we talk about the Dallas Cowboys, please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe to the page. Really helps out this page, really helps out me with the algorithm on this YouTube channel. So please go do that right now and let's get it started. So, on this episode, again, we're going to talk about the Dallas Cowboys. Now, lost their second preseason game, 19-16, to the Arizona Cardinals this past weekend. And I do want to say there's some encouraging news on the first team. I think really right now, I'm liking what I'm seeing on the first team offense. Even though they don't put up points, they're moving the ball, and again, it's Gilbert, running the offense. Zeke's not there. Lau Collins was there, but I think he only played like one or two series. Tyron Smith didn't play. So there's a couple key pieces that didn't play, but I still liking what I've seen from the first team offense. Now we get Amari Cooper back. Dak Prescott, he's out there throwing the ball again. Again, a lot of people were concerned, and I'm not gonna lie, I was concerned about this injury, but when they started putting out, it was a muscle strain and something that baseball players get, in the back of about their shoulder blade. I was kind of getting more confident. I thought it was a rotator cuff, but thank God it wasn't. So it's probably something that Dak has to manage throughout the season with his throwing. But it is what it is. But I'm again, with Dak in there, I believe this offense is going to run and take off and score a lot of points this season. On the defensive side, there's very encouraging. I'm encouraged with what I see. So the defensive line, even though we didn't have Randy Gregory, D-Law out there, we're still creating some havoc on the defensive line and pressure on the quarterback. My main concern, and I'm loving what I'm seeing from the linebackers, Michael Parsons and Keanu O'Neal. But my main concern is who's going to be that third linebacker. Now is it going to be Van Der Esch? Is it going to be Jalen Smith? Jabril Cox? We have to see, and I think Jabril Cox might be a little bit lower in the totem pole, but to me, you got to see what he does with the first team, and I think it might be the rotation with Jalen Smith and Van Der Esch and Jabril Cox in there because, to me, I saw Jalen Smith get out of position a few times. Van Der Esch, same thing. Even though Van Der Esch made a nice tackle with a blocker coming in his face, but I think what happens, in the Hard Knocks episode of Van Der Esch not making a case for himself, saying that you can't make every tackle to Michael Parsons. Damn, that's not something I want to hear from my linebacker. All right, I want to hear I can make every tackle and I got to go for every tackle. And that's what Michael Parsons personality is. So that's why I think Micah is going to be leading this defense in future time, and if not right now, just being the Mike linebacker and just going out there and setting a tone. So my other concern, other than the linebackers, are the corners. So who's going to be the second corner? Because we know Trayvon Diggs is corner number one. But who's going to step up to that corner number two position? Is it going to be Anthony Brown? Is it going to be Calvin Joseph? Is it going to be Nahshon Wright? Right now, Anthony Brown. It's looking bad for him. Every time we put on the tape, Anthony Brown looks like he's getting beat, and his perception is reality. Every single time. I don't care if it's preseason or whatever the case may be, but you're getting beat almost every time. And I just don't know what's going on with him right now. I never seen it this bad. And it's like you see it in practice and you're seeing it in the games. So we need, it's not looking good for Anthony Brown right now. Kelvin Joseph, you're going to see some rookie mistakes with him, but is he going to, go out there and this, put his name in stake and solidification of that second spot? Now, Nahshon Wright, again, he's a long corner. I feel like he gets beat on like the inside routes. Anything deep, I think he's a long strider and can catch up to stuff. So we're gonna see. Again, it's gonna be a good battle to see who wins that cornerback two slot. Do we go out and try to get somebody at the last second? So it's gonna be very interesting because there's gonna be cuts soon towards the end of preseason. That's when you can see that people start jumping on teams that haven't been signed yet because either it's due to injury or due to personnel and stuff like that. You're gonna go out and go get somebody. So it's gonna be interesting for who's gonna be that cornerback too. Now for the slot, there's an interesting dilemma there because everybody thought it was going to be Jordan Lewis. Jordan Lewis had the slot position, but this guy, Maurice Kennedy, is out there making plays, and he's making plays almost every single preseason game. And all the scrimmages, all the practices that I'm seeing, that on the Dallas Cowboy channel. And it's like, how do you not put a guy that's out there making plays? How do you not find a position for him? So I mean, we're gonna see because I feel like this, and we're getting turnovers. I mean, this is the second game that we're getting turnovers with our first team, and I feel like Keanu Neal just this guy is gonna make a difference on this team, being where he's supposed to be. He's out there hitting. Going up to the against running backs and hitting them back. And like, I didn't think that we're going to see that, because when you transfer from safety to linebacker, it's kind of a different aspect, of, going on, being on there, going on against blocks, fullbacks and linemen and so on and so forth. So I do want to see, I can't wait to see Keanu Neal in the regular season. Now, hopefully everybody stays healthy. But I don't think this defense is going to be as bad as last year's. And I think this defense probably be a top 15 defense. So we're going to see how it's going to work out with our records, because if our defense just improves a little bit, and just like stop the run, and don't give up the big plays and so on and so forth, you're going to put yourself in a lot of games. Especially with our offense. Our offense was going out there and putting on points, but the defense couldn't hold anybody, and that's why our record was what it was. So I just feel that this year is going to be a lot different, going forward. So I'm excited on the Cowboys' future. Again, I think it's a 12-win season for them, and I feel like we're going to go really far in the playoffs. Because we have the talent now. It's all about everybody staying healthy. First is people staying healthy on the offensive line, and then on the defensive end, people staying healthy, because really we don't have that much depth on in the corners, and someone on the defensive line. Nevin Gallimore got injured, and he'll be out 4 to 6 weeks. So we'll see. Other people have to step up, but I mean, they made an important emphasis, this offseason to draft and get people on the defensive side. So, and, Dan Quinn is this, you can see his stamp on his defense on, being that coach to go and be one-on-one with his players. So you can tell there's a quite a significant difference from last year with Mike Nolan. So hopefully it does translate in better play on the defensive side. But tell me, on the comment section, where you guys, who you think is going to be cornerback 2, and who you think is going to win the third linebacker position, because that's one that there's 3 candidates that could be in there for vying. So let me know in the comments section, and we go from there. But again, this is your boy Jose from Big Meat Sports, and thank you for tuning in this episode.